there appears to be this irreconcilable ping pong game going on between the Fifth Circuit and SCOTUS. Listen, here's the thing that I hope Attorney General Paxton and other conservatives will focus on. What's happening at the border in Texas, Arizona, New Mexico, and California is not an immigration problem. In fact, the United States Constitution doesn't even use the phrase immigration. What we have is an invasion issue, okay? And Article 4, Section 4 says the United States shall guarantee the states a Republican form of government and protect the states against invasion. And so what happens is we try to argue immigration, and that allows the liberals to come in and say, well, immigration is reserved to the federal government, not the states. First off, the Constitution talks about naturalization, not immigration, but that's the process by which we become citizens. When you have mass people coming across the border and bringing a deadly chemical weapon like fentanyl, this is immigration. Texas has the constitutional right under Articles 9 and 10, the right to self-defense, to protect itself against this invasion, regardless of what the Fifth Circuit is saying in this case. And I hope that Governor Abbott and the Texas legislature will hold their own on this.
And John, it's interesting, we were talking about this with General Flynn a little bit earlier, and it's just, we're at a point now where everything has become politicized, corrupted by politics, really. And we're seeing that even in our legal system, to where we have the Supreme Court battling the federal court, battling, the appellate court. And really, it's just kind of the heart of it is whose political allegiance, where does that political allegiance lie, as opposed to these courts following the letter of the law? I mean, would you agree?
Yes, to the governor of Texas, the members of, especially Republican members of the Texas legislature, our allegiance must be to the United States Constitution. The federal government has an obligation to protect the states against invasion. If it doesn't, the states have an inherent right to self-defense. It's an unalienable right. We saw it in the Heller case, Heller versus District of Columbia. There is an inherent, unalienable right to self-defense. The states have that right. And I hope that Texas will move forward with applying the principles of this SB 4, because the Fifth Circuit has done nothing but thrown the entire appellate judicial process into confusion. And at any rate, Texas has an inherent right to self-defense. They've got to do that. We had 107,000 deaths in 1 year from fentanyl between 21 and 22. 107,000. That's almost twice the number of deaths that we lost in Vietnam over 10 years. We got to draw the line. This is an invasion of epic proportions from a chemical weapon, fentanyl, primarily coming from China across the U.S.-Mexican border. And Texas must stand its own, regardless of what the Fifth Circuit's doing, in my opinion.